There's something fascinating about getting older. Life starts to make more sense, doesn't it? You've got stories to tell, wisdom to share, and a kind of confidence that only comes with time. But here's the thing, sometimes we don't always see the best parts of ourselves, especially when it comes to how others see us. Have you ever caught someone smiling at you for no obvious reason? Or noticed that people seem to enjoy your company more than you'd expect? Maybe you've brushed it off as just being friendly, but what if I told you it might be something more? What if you're actually more attractive than you realize? Now, I know what you might be thinking, attractive? At my age? But here's the truth, attractiveness isn't just about youth or Hollywood looks. It's about presence, charm, and the kind of energy you bring into a room. And the best part? You might already have it without even knowing. So today, we're going to talk about the 7 clear signs you're an attractive older man, even if you don't realize it. These aren't just flattering ideas, they're real, observable things that happen when you've got that special something. And by the end, you might just see yourself in a whole new light. Let's start with the first sign. People genuinely enjoy talking to you. You've probably been in conversations where the other person leans in, laughs a little more than necessary, or seems genuinely interested in what you have to say. That's not just politeness, it's a sign they're drawn to you. Attractive people, at any age, have a way of making others feel comfortable and valued. Maybe it's your stories, your humor, or just the way you listen. But if people light up when you're around, that's not an accident. And here's something interesting, it's not about being the loudest or the funniest in the room. In fact, some of the most magnetic men are the ones who speak less but say more. They're present. They ask good questions. They make people feel seen. So if you've ever had someone say, "I could talk to you for hours," take it as a compliment. Because it is. Now, the second sign, you get compliments that go deeper than appearance. Sure, someone might say you look nice in that shirt, but have you noticed people praising things like your attitude, your wisdom, or your energy? Comments like "you've got such a young spirit" or "you always know the right thing to say" aren't just passing remarks, they're clues. Attractiveness in later years isn't just about looking good, though that's part of it. It's about how you make others feel. When people admire your outlook, your kindness, or your sense of humor, they're responding to something much more powerful than just a sharp jawline. They're drawn to your essence, the way you carry yourself through life. And that brings us to the third sign, you notice subtle attention from others. This one's easy to miss if you're not looking for it. Maybe it's the way someone holds eye contact a second longer than usual, or how strangers seem to open up to you unexpectedly. You might brush it off as coincidence, but here's the thing, people don't do that with everyone. Think about it, have you ever had a younger person ask for your advice out of the blue? Or noticed someone mirroring your body language in conversation? These are unconscious signals that they're engaged, maybe even a little impressed. And that's not just respect, it's attraction in the broadest, most meaningful sense. Now, I know we've only covered 3 signs so far, but already, you might be seeing yourself differently. And the best part? There's more to explore, because attractiveness isn't just one thing. It's a combination of how you move through the world and the energy you leave behind. So let's keep going. Because the next few signs might just surprise you even more. One of the beautiful things about getting older is that you stop worrying so much about what everyone else thinks. But here's the funny part, just when you stop trying so hard, that's often when people start noticing you more. Life has a way of working like that, doesn't it? So let's pick up where we left off and dive into the next few signs that you're an attractive older man, even if you've never given it much thought. The fourth sign? You have a natural confidence that doesn't need to announce itself. Now, I'm not talking about the loud, look at me kind of confidence. That's for younger men still trying to prove something. No, the confidence that comes with age is quieter, steadier. It's in the way you walk into a room without needing to be the center of attention. The way you're comfortable with silence. The way you don't feel the need to argue over small things because you know your worth isn't up for debate. And here's what's fascinating, people feel that. They may not even realize why they're drawn to you, but they are. Because real confidence isn't boastful, it's reassuring. It makes others feel at ease. So if you've ever had someone say, "There's just something about you," this is probably what they're picking up on. Now, let's talk about the fifth sign. You take care of yourself, but not in a vain way. Maybe you keep yourself well-groomed, stay active, or dress in a way that makes you feel good. Not because you're chasing youth, but because you respect yourself. And that self-respect? It's magnetic. I'll tell you a quick story. There's a man in his 70s at my local coffee shop, always dressed sharp, not fancy, just put together. White hair neatly combed, stands up straight. And you know what? People notice him. Not because he's trying to impress anyone, but because he clearly values himself. That kind of quiet pride in how you present yourself sends a powerful message. I'm someone worth paying attention to. And here's the thing, it's not about looking like a movie star. It's about carrying yourself like someone who still cares. Because when you do, others will too. Now, the sixth sign might surprise you. You're comfortable with vulnerability. This one's big. A lot of men spend their whole lives thinking they need to be tough, unshakable. But the truth? The most attractive men, at any age, are the ones who aren't afraid to be real. Think about it. When you're willing to laugh at yourself, when you can admit you don't have all the answers, when you're open about your passions, that's when people really connect with you. There's a warmth to that kind of authenticity that draws people in like nothing else. Ever noticed how people seem to relax around you? How they share things they might not tell others? That's not an accident. It's because you've created a space where they feel safe to be themselves, because you're secure enough to be yourself first. Now, we've covered 6 signs so far, and if you're seeing yourself in some of these, that's no coincidence. But there's one last sign we haven't talked about yet, and it might be the most important of all. So let's keep going, because this last one, it ties everything together in a way that might just change how you see yourself for good. You know, it's interesting, the older we get, the more we realize how little the superficial things actually matter. The right car, the perfect job title, the approval of people who don't really know us, it all starts to fade into the background. But what does matter, what truly makes a man attractive at any age, is something that can't be bought or faked. And that brings us to our 7th and final sign. You have a passion for life that's contagious. Think about the people you're drawn to in your own life. They're not necessarily the most polished or the wealthiest, are they? They're the ones who still get excited about things. The ones with that spark in their eye when they talk about their grandkids, their woodworking project, or that new book they can't put down. That energy? It's irresistible. Here's the truth, nothing ages a person faster than resignation. But when you're engaged with life, when you're curious, when you've got things you love doing, people can't help but respond to that. It's not about being artificially upbeat, it's about having genuine interests that light you up from the inside. And that kind of light? It makes you magnetic without you even trying. Now, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture here. If you've recognized yourself in even a few of these signs, here's what that means. You've got qualities that go far deeper than surface-level attractiveness. You've got substance, the kind that only comes with living a real, meaningful life. People enjoy your company because you're present and authentic. You receive meaningful compliments because you've cultivated depth. You command subtle attention through quiet confidence. Your self-care speaks of self-respect, not vanity. Your vulnerability creates real connections. Your passion makes you vibrantly alive. That's not just attractiveness, that's character. And character only gets more compelling with time. So here's what I want you to take away from all this. If you've ever doubted your appeal, if you've ever wondered if you've still got it, let these signs be your answer. Because the kind of attractiveness you possess now isn't the fleeting kind that fades with time, it's the enduring kind that only grows richer. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these signs surprised you the most? Have you noticed people responding to you in these ways without quite realizing why? Share your experiences in the comments. I read every single one. And if this resonated with you, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We create these videos to remind you of truths you might have forgotten and to celebrate the incredible men you've become. Remember, true attractiveness isn't about turning back the clock, it's about embracing exactly who you are right now. Because that man, he's someone worth noticing. Here's to living and loving every chapter of the journey. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.